So you liked that there was...
I like being able to discuss things with my peers and get to learn from other students in class.
Yeah.
I mean, a teacher who like present himself as a person, you got to know him more than just a teacher.
Teacher as person. Yep.
I like the spirit of inquiry, like we're trying to figure this out, as opposed to like the right answers are already there.
Memorize it.
Right.
Reflective?
Music in the classroom.
Music.
Some kind of music.
That's an
It's like,
ambiance.
like having some downtime. So like having high expectation, but then also having just a time where it's a little more relaxed.
I have to just casual, just a kind of a laid back kind of atmosphere with the teacher not being, the dictator in front of the class, but you're kind of, I kind of even had sitting in circles, like I like doing that rather than sitting in desks and rows, just making it really casual.
Creating a certain kind of environment that feels comfortable.
Being a facilitator.
Being a
Facilitator.
The teacher being a facilitator? A certain style of teaching. Now, if you were to think of the experiences you've had where the environment was not conducive to you, what could you pull out of that? Why was it not conducive? Have we listed all the, that's the reverse of it. Stress. So, as opposed to casual, comfortable, okay, high stress. Dictative style as opposed to facilitative.
I had a professor in college, in undergrad, who would humiliate you if you didn't know the right answer, or just yell at you. It's like he tried to just beat you down.
So a lack of
to force you to participate. It's like you were so scared to not know the answer.
Yes.
And I always did because I was scared of getting embarrassed.
Yeah. So a lack of respect and a lack of a spirit of inquiry, which encourages people to share their ideas even if they don't turn out to be right. Yeah. Okay.
I have a clear expectation. That should be.
As opposed to uncertain. Yeah.
Like in elementary, junior high, even high school, like having it very obvious that the teachers have favorites. Like,
Well, and again,
didn't matter as much.
that's a lack of respect too, isn't it? Favoritism. So knowing that you are personally valued, right? Yes. Okay. Now, scoping out a little bit, that's the classroom environment. If you look at the landscape of human community, one of the things that so radically undermines a lot of our best efforts is conflict. When things go wrong. And if you look across the broad scope of things, it seems to me there are at least two categories of places where things fall apart, and this happens in the classroom as well. One is that we have a hard time dealing with diversity. So not the spirit of inquiry, not the spirit of respect for differences. People have different values, different opinions, different lifestyles, whatever. So differences is one. The other is human error. What do we do when people mess up? What do we do in the workplace when people mess up? That's right. We get angry and things break down. And it used to be we all lived in caves, right? And my little clan was over here and your little clan was over there. And if my clan didn't get along with yours, we just pick up and move to another cave. Yeah, it'd be no big deal, right? And we had to get along in the clan because our livelihood depended on that kind of thing. But we ran out of caves. And the reality is, we are in this together and we have to figure out how to make it work. We have to figure out how to be different together and we have to figure out how to deal with human error. We have to find a way to come back to a sense of belonging and the good things that we all value after mistakes have happened. And because trial and error is a part of learning, mistakes are an inherent part of the learning process. That's the scientific method. You try things, you experiment. And that's what kids do in the classroom. They experiment in all kinds of ways. So it's inherent. And we have to give people a way back, and we have to create a way in which we can respect each other in our differences. This is where restorative justice, it's really a genius movement, and it has a lot to offer to the classroom. So I want to tell you a story about how I got involved in restorative justice, and it gives you a picture of what it is in the context of 3 young men. So, how many of you have heard of restorative justice? Had some exposure to it? Not so much, yeah. Unfortunately, it's got kind of a low profile, but it's a really important thing to pay attention to. So, 1991, I was a new pastor in a church in South Minneapolis. One Sunday morning, shaking hands at the door, and choir members came charging down the hallway all upset. Gee, you won't believe what happened. Somebody broke in to the choir room, that was a locked choir room, and stole money out of our purses. Who would do that in a church, a small, urban church? Must have been neighborhood kids. No. It was 3 young men from our youth group. And I discovered in the process of, finding out about this, because there was a witness who came forward finally, that they had been stealing from the church for several years. They were eager volunteer ushers, and they took the offering, and then on the way to the counting room, they stuffed their pockets, took the offering. So, we had to figure out what in the world to do. People were mad, understandably, upset, and these are kids in the church, and 2 of the kids had parents who were really pillars of the church, really upstanding leaders in the church. So it was like, So talking to the board about this, there was a real split in perspectives about what to do with this. And you can think for yourself, what would you do in a situation like this? They broke the law, they're kids, it's a church. How do you put all that together and make something positive out of it? Well, one group of people said, kids get by with murder these days. Parents are so permissive. We need to teach these kids a lesson. We need to send them to court. So they learn to take responsibility for their behavior. Then, of course, there's another group, and that group said something like this. Well, they're just kids. Remember what we did when we were kids. And after all, we're a church. Aren't we about love and forgiveness? Let's just move on. Let's let this go. We love those kids. Let's just support them. Well, we took a month to think about it and do some research and pray about it, it couldn't hurt. And in that month, I found out about restorative justice and about this idea that people can sit down and talk about really difficult things around crime. Victims and offenders sitting down together to talk about crime and working out some resolution. I was blown away by it. It got me very excited. I thought, to think that that's possible, in a really intense emotional situation, to be able to have that kind of conversation. It blew me away. So I brought it back to the board, and they were very skeptical and thought it sounded a little soft.